Hello, everybody. Victoria McCullough here, and I'm super excited because I am going to teach you or talk to you about 7 effective ways to make time for exercise and nutrition. So, as a health coach, personal trainer, all the above, when it comes to health, fitness, and nutrition, one of the questions or one of the excuses that I get a lot of times is I don't have time to exercise, I don't have time to prep meals, I don't have time for my nutrition. That's what I'm struggling with. So a lot of people struggle with time management. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. Hopefully I can give you some tips and tricks that can help you remove those negative thoughts and focus on your priorities. Because again, if you are not healthy, fit, and strong, as I always say, then how are you going to do all the things that you need to do? How are you going to take care of your family? If you're a single mom and you have kids, how are you going to take care of your kids if you don't really make yourself a priority? It's okay. Stop feeling guilty about not making yourself a priority, because by making yourself a priority, you're actually elevating your children as a priority. Did you realize that? That if you take care of you, you're saying that you kids, my family is important. And they are important, that I need to do this for me, so I'll be around for them. So I'll be around for my grandkids, so I can be active. I don't have to just sit on the couch and never have energy and pushing them away and just feeling blah. So let's dive into this. Remember, the big thing is asking yourself why. Why do you want to get healthy, fit, and strong, right? This is one of my favorite cups. Because it keeps everything cold, but it's peeling. So ask yourself why. Why, why do you want to eat healthier and exercise more? Is it because you want to fit in smaller pants? Why do you want to fit in smaller pants? Because when you're wearing smaller pants, you look better, right? You feel better. You have more confidence when you can look at yourself in the mirror and know, hey, you know what? This is a smaller size. This is the size I feel comfortable in. Remember, it's not always about weight. It can be just about how you look at yourself in the mirror. But why do you want to look better? Well, because when you look good, you feel good about yourself, right? It builds your confidence up, of course. But why do you want to feel good about yourself? Because when you feel good about yourself, you're more assertive. Like I said, you're more confident. You just want to get up and go, right? But why do you want to be more assertive and confident? There's a lot of whys, right? It's not just because I want to fit in those pants. There's a lot of whys you have to ask yourself. And of course, why do you want to be more assertive and confident? Because when I'm more assertive and confident, you're in control of your fears. And you're in control, and your fears are not going to stop you. That's when you know that you can deal with situations that come at you. You can finally go and and live and work on your dreams. Live your dreams out. Enjoy life. Okay, that is what you want. So keep asking yourself why. Why do you want to be healthy, fit, and strong? It's sad to say that there are some people out there, and they don't care. They don't care, and that is just a mental thing. Things may have happened. We don't know what's happened in people's lives, but when you know inside of you have that deep aching want and desire to be better, to feel better, to know that you were active before, you can be again. So, first off, what you want to do is you want to identify your priorities. Think of your time as a jar. Have you ever heard of this? Think of your time as a jar, which you can fill with as many rocks, pebbles, and sand, right? You can fill a jar. Let's talk about a mason jar. Okay? So when you have a jar that's see-through, look at it. I should have got, hold on one second. Let me grab my mason jar. Here's my mason jar. Okay, so think of it as when you fill it up. What are your big rocks? So what are your big rocks? So you take your big rocks. They represent the stuff that's most necessary to feel fulfilled in life. They often relate to family, health, and livelihood. So time with friends, you put in the big rocks. Health, earning a living, getting enough sleep. Those are the big rocks, right? Those are the big important priorities. Then you got your pebbles. Your pebbles add extra fun and satisfaction to life, but aren't totally necessary. So those can be your hobbies. So you fill in your hobbies. Excelling at school, being competitive athlete, passion, when you do a project, something that you enjoy to do, places to go, vacation, all that fun stuff, right? So these are pebbles. Then you have your sand. Your sand is going to fill in the entire jar. Your sand is purely bonus activity. It can be super enjoyable, but it's not crucial to your survival or your fulfillment, right? It's not something that you have to do every day. It's not part of you having to go to work. It's something that you do when you have that extra time on the weekends or after work. So that's like watching TV, social media. That should be sand. Playing video games or going out and just having fun with your friends. Everyone's rocks, pebbles, and sand will look different. But regardless, if you fill your jar with too much sand first, if you pour in the sand first, then the rocks and pebbles are not going to fit. So you want to think of your priorities as your big rocks, then your things that are satisfying as your pebbles, and then all that extra stuff, social media, television, just going out and just blowing time, doing whatever. It's fun stuff, but isn't necessary that you can say no to. That would be your sand. And then you could amazingly fill up your jar. So, one way you can do this. Your schedule reflects how you prioritize your activities in your life. Track your time for a couple of weeks to find out if it's consistent. If it's consistent with your goals, if it's consistent with your values, what are you doing? Where are you spending your time? So take a journal and write out your schedule and then just fill in. What were you doing each day? What did I do today? This and this. You'd be surprised. We have 24 hours in a day. When you break it down into what you're actually doing, the time where you're spending your time, you'd be amazed at the downtime, that extra time. So track your daily activities in 15-minute increments. So you wake up in the morning, you brush your teeth, and you wash your face, okay? It's like 15 minutes, okay? 7:15 to 7:30, 15 minutes. Take 15 minutes, go to your social media, check, your Instagram, get on Facebook, but time yourself. Don't just sit there for hours doing this. Sometimes you're going to be still on Instagram in the next 15 minutes. So maybe you're going to take 30 minutes. That's okay. If you want to take 30 minutes, but remember, just block it in 15-minute increments. So you can see how much time you actually spend on social media. You might be surprised. People spend hours on social media, just flipping through TikTok and all the crazy videos and just doing all of that, right? That's a lot of wasted downtime, right? That's time you could be spent exercising or prepping your meals, right? All right, and then you go make coffee, another 15 minutes. That's in your morning. That's like in 1 hour, right? So then you want to analyze it. So you want to take what you're actually doing, your work, your sleep, your exercise, your time with your loved ones, watching TV, surfing the internet, and maybe healthy meal prep, if you're having that in there. What do you desire? Your time to equalize a little bit, healthy meal prep work, change and kind of figure out what is, what would you really want and what are you actually doing? All right, without judgment, just do that. Ask yourself if your schedule reflects your true priorities. Okay, it is a choice. It is something that you have to make that decision. How important is it to you? Another thing you can do is to increase your health and fitness, activities in 15-minute increments. I tell people if you can do 10 minutes, just 10 minutes a day. So you want to start to align your schedule with what you really want to accomplish. Replace your low-value activities with high-value ones. And little by little, you're going to see a difference. Take 15 minutes to do some meal prep. You can do it. It doesn't take that long. 15 minutes. That's a small amount of time to chop up some vegetables and put them in bowls or bags, right? Just take those out. When you go grocery shopping, as soon as you get home, instead of just putting stuff away, prep it. Take that extra time. You're already putting food away. So why not, put the things that you need to put away, your cans, some of the things that need to go in the freezer, some of the things that need to be the box stuff, whatever it is, which hopefully you don't have a lot of box stuff, maybe some pasta or something. But then then the vegetables, lay them all out. Your meats, lay them all out. And then just get your containers cut up all your meat so that it's, if you're going to have chicken, however you're going to want it, if you need to fillet it or chop it up, your vegetables, chop it up, put them in individual containers so that they're easy to grab and go. If you want to put them in bags so that you can take them if you work, and you want to put, your carrots and some celery or, apples, unless you buy those ones that are, cut up already, you can take your apples and cut them up and then just take some lemon, squeeze the lemon in there, shake it all up, and you'll be perfectly fine. All right, so instead of 15 minutes of watching television, 15 minutes of prepping your foods. I mean, hey, you could have the television on while you're prepping your foods, so you're multitasking. Why not? While you're sitting, I'm right here, I'm looking straight at my television. I could sit at my table here and prep foods, and then I'm still enjoying some TV, but I'm doing something productive that goes towards my goals. All right, so number 5 on what we can do is create a system that makes health and fitness faster and easier. All right, with a little extra time and effort up front, you can create an environment that significantly reduces time needed to eat and move better. Keep fresh, whole foods in plain sight. Keep your fruits out on the counter, so that you and your kids can see them and grab them, your apples, your oranges, bananas, have them right there, something grab and go. Reduce or eliminate treat foods. All right, you go to the store, you buy it, so don't, or if you do because you have kids and you feel like, hey, maybe even your spouse isn't completely along with your journey right now. Hopefully that he is, because your kids are going to learn from you as well, but they still are kids. They still want those snacks, those treats, but that doesn't mean you have to. Okay, you had your time. You can still enjoy them, but the best way to keep from being tempted, put them all in a separate pantry. Put all the snacks and treats that you know that you need to avoid in a pantry. Because I'm not saying you can't ever have them, but when you're visually seeing them, your mind is going to trigger something that goes, I want that. And over time, you're going to grab it. And eventually you're going to grab it. But if it is out of sight, it's out of mind. All right? Reduce, like I said, reduce and eliminate those treat foods and keep out healthy foods. And then you want to establish a morning and weekend routine to chop up your vegetables and prepare your protein and your complex carbs in bulk. Again, like I said, take some time. I guarantee you have at least 1 hour, Saturday or Sunday, to prep. So you can do it. Biggest thing is evaluating your time. Sign up for the co-ops, those, or the boxes, to get a co-op box. We have one out here. I think we still do. I don't think in the wintertime now we have. I haven't used it a lot now, but I used to use it all the time, and we would get so much stuff. So if you go to the co-ops or, healthy meal delivery, if it's just you, or if it's just you and your spouse and you don't have a lot of kids, then, these are great opportunities. And sometimes they're great just to even have, if you have kids, just for quick meals. Okay? So, there's all those green box and all the different food deliveries that make it so simple and so fast, because everything's in there and you're never wasting. So like when you need basil or something, like fresh basil, what do? You go buy a whole bunch of basil and use it for the one recipe, and then the rest goes bad. Sometimes in the herbs, what I do is when I use like parsley or something, I leave it out and let it dry, and then I just save it for later use. You can still do that, but it's a pain. Keep your berries and your greens in the freezer for quick super shakes. All right, you can prepackage those. Put your berries and your greens all in like individual Ziploc bags and put those in your freezer, ready to grab and go. You dump that in your blender, like I have a Magic Bullet, super easy. You just have one container, this isn't it, but you have one container, you put everything in it, you put your liquid in there, maybe a scoop of protein powder, blend it up, and you go. Simple, quick, and easy. There are tricks to the trade. Join a gym that's closest to your home or work. When I was living in Las Vegas, there used to be a Bally's close by where I worked. I worked for these attorneys. And they even went there too. So for lunch, that's where we would go. We'd go to Bally's for lunch, and I wouldn't do a long workout because you only have, an hour. So you go over there, you figure, you got 15 minutes to get over there, change. Then you do a 30-minute workout, and then you get dressed and you go back to work. Quick and easy. Make that priority. Do that. If your goals matter to you, you will do that. Or you go to the gym that's either close to your work or close to your house, so that when you leave work, and here's a good tip, change your clothes at work. Take your clothes with you at work. Change at work and go straight to the gym. Don't go home. You go home, you're going to sit down, you're going to find something else to do. Your kids are going to start wanting something, your spouse is going to want something. It's hard. I have, over all my years of training, I have heard from so many women how difficult it is when they go to train after work. Something is always going to come up. There's always an emergency. Or do it first thing in the morning, just like we train here. You get up in the morning, the first thing you do is exercise. Go to the gym. I teach here Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 5 a.m. Ladies come here and then they can go on with their day. They've done something for themselves. They're finished, ready to go. All right. Again, that goes with keep a packed bag in your car by your front door. Prep it. That's that 5-minute prep that we talked about. You may have seen my video on that or my live. 5-minute, prep your clothes. Get them all ready, put them in the bag, or, prep them and put them out so you can go work out. Leave your weights and resistance bands lying around for quick convenience in the bathroom. You know what? Every morning, get up, do 20 push-ups before you take a shower. 20 push-ups before you get dressed. Do them before you go to bed. Just think of that. Keep the weights in your bathroom. I used to do that all the time. And hold gatherings and meetings at parks and gyms. Get your friends together. And when it's a nice day, go out to the park or the gym. And put your movement and your meal prep in a calendar. Schedule it like it's an appointment. That would be number 6. Schedule it like it's an appointment. You know what time, it's non-negotiable, all right? If you have to, emergency comes up. All right, and number 7, that would be review at the end of each week. Did you use your time to support your health and fitness? Explore what worked and keep doing that. Celebrate, because you deserve it, and add 15 more minutes of healthy food prep and movement each week. If it's yes, okay? So that's great. Woo, celebrate. If no, what did you do instead? What are your low priority, though? Where there's too much sand in your jar? Do you have too much sand in your jar? Combine the sand activities with fitness and nutrition. Like I said, prepping food while you're watching TV. There you go. Reduce environmental triggers like TV in the basement or in the bedroom, or, limit your internet time. Get a coach for accountability. If you're struggling, that's what we do. We help keep you on track. What were your high priority rocks? What does it happen often? Yes or no? With your high priority, did you say yes or did you say no? If you said no, that's okay. Life happens. Return to your goals and keep moving. If you said yes, set smaller weekly health and fitness goals and keep improving your system. It's not all going to happen overnight. It's not going to be quick. Delegate. Hire out important tasks like meal delivery. Arrange for childcare so you can go to the gym. Get somebody to clean your house. Pay for somebody to clean your house so that's not something that's taking that extra time. Combine rock activities with health, fitness, and children. Like I said, have your family participate in food prep. Take walks during the day, after meals. Get health coaching. Get a coach to help you develop a system and set realistic goals. So as you can see, being healthy and fit is like an iceberg. Again, 10% is only being up here and the rest is down here. Eating well and supporting out and eating well and working out is only the top of the iceberg, right? It's that tip. Everything else, it's supported by all the thinking, prioritizing, strategizing, and planning that's down here that nobody sees. You can make it happen. I believe in you. You need help figuring out a plan, I would love to work with you. So let me know. Hope those tips help you to create a new plan this next week. Make sure you focus on that. Just take some time. We have plenty of time. We have 24 hours in a day. I guarantee there's a small portion of time in there. I think it's like 4% of your day. Have an amazing day.